treaty to share the resources equitable, the profit sharing, the knowledge transfer. So these are all things that we integrate into the treaty, and it came into force on January 19th, I think, of this year. 60 countries would have ratified, and after that, it becomes into force. So it's international law now under UNCLOS, which is the UN law of the sea.
Very interesting. It's great that you bring up sarcasm because the students have been learning about sarcasm. We actually met with a founder of a company in Barbados called Rum and Sarcasm. That's the company, and so hopefully everyone has some great ideas, right, on how sarcasm can be used because you talk to someone who's in that space. So it's interesting just to hear how that is something that across the region that everyone's trying to figure out how do you work collaboratively to help each other in this, fight against this invasive thing that's kind of impacting multiple places. I want to ask a question about because you are currently like studying, you're a doctoral candidate. I want to ask a question about ocean data, marine science. Like, how important is it to have that driving your policy decisions and economic planning for the island? And how do you see that playing into kind of the role that you have?
I'm smiling because I literally, my last email before coming here was on data and science for ocean management. An article someone is writing, and they asked me for a quote on the importance of data for ocean planning and ocean governance and so on. I always say that credible data, reliable data is very, very vital and critical for SIDS. Why I say SIDS, although data is important for everybody, whether you're a large country or a small country, credible data is critically important for your planning. Because oftentimes decisions are made with emotions. At this stage, you have development, whether it's coastal development, inland development, is made on feelings and what I would like to see. Politicians often do make decisions that are not based on science. It's a fact. It's something that we can't run away from. It's based on emotions, what they think the general public would want. So, sidetrack to this, the data would solve a lot of problems. Having reliable data, especially things for simple. You want to establish a marine protected area. We have several marine protected areas here in Grenada. Having reliable data on the size of the coral reefs, the health of the coral reefs, these are things that are important for the decision making because you don't want to establish a marine protected area where there is little or no coral reef left. Now, you are creating a marine protected area with the idea that you would have tourists to come and visit that area. Now, you don't want a tourist coming to an area when there's dead corals and macroalgae over that area. You can't advertise that. So, data in a simple term like this is important for planning. You need data to, not just in the planning, but monitoring of ecosystems is important. Coral reefs, water quality, sea surface temperature. These things are all indicators that can tell you the health of your reef, in this case, the health of the reef. Even this very said beach that we are on, you need beach profiling. You need to monitor the beach to see whether it's reducing in size, whether it's expanding. So you need coastal zone management. They need reliable data. So from time to time, you would have the coastal zone management folks coming and run transect along the beach to ensure that the beach is not receding, and if it's receding, what is causing the receding of the beach. So data along those lines are critically important for us in terms of planning. And when you operationalize things like marine protected area, you need constant data to pick up trends in the data, and the trends can inform the decision maker, hey, we need to do something about X, Y, and Z.
Gotcha. As you were talking about it, I just had a thought. Do you feel like the Grenadian government is investing or pushing people towards marine sciences because of this need, or are you having to source talents outside of the island?